Decorating Fanatic here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome, and I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe to my channel. While I'm standing in front of my door here, and guess what? This leads to my farmhouse office. I am super excited to share with you guys how it turned out. So let's go inside and take a peek and see the transformation. Well, in my last video, I told you guys I would be doing a project in this back bedroom and making this a farmhouse office for myself. And guess what? We are on day 2. So let me tell you what we've done so far. Yesterday, we worked on the ceiling, and I used this paint right here. Now, for some reason, this was in the garage. It was a full gallon. It says Season Flex. I'm like, what is Season Flex? Because I don't know who sold you this paint, and it also says exterior, but guess what? It worked. It did the job. So basically, if you get any white paint, satin finish, eggshell, something in white, and you paint your ceilings, that paint will work just fine. So anyways, we used the Valspar white paint. And like I said, this is really an outside paint. I guess the paint flexes with the seasons for the cold and hot weather if you're painting wood or metal outside. So we accomplished the ceiling, and then while I was gone with my personal trainer, my husband came in here and he started on the back wall here, and as you can see, it's a little bright. So, but he likes bright colors, and the choices that he had picked out when we first started this was the Upbeat, and that's the one that's on the back wall, and then this one's a little lighter shade. This is Rise and Shine. And then this one is even brighter. This one is called Buzz In. And I don't like bright colors, but my husband said that, hey, we get the whole room done, and we have the nice white shiplap on the back wall here, and then I have my dark wood barn doors, and then I have a brown rug on the floor. He thinks it'll really tie in and look really nice. So what we're going to do today, we're going to finish up this room painting, and I'm going to get up on the ladder, and I'm going to cut in, and we're going to give this room another second coat of paint.
So fun. You wait to see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just take a hint, you got a free pass. Oh, try to hide it, but you had me from the get-go. Let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games? No, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me break it. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait to see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it. playing games, no, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me break it. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
Well, I have a couple guys here working on my flooring, and as you can see, I have some really deep gouge marks on my floor here. This happened when I had originally put a desk in here, and as you can see, they're trying to pry up some of the wood here. Looks like they're having a pretty tough time. It looks like it's really glued down really well. They're using a hammer, and then they're just trying to pry up some of the pieces here. Now, the floor that I have in here, this is bamboo. So after they get finished doing that, my next step is my husband's going to go over to Home Depot or Lowe's, and he's going to pick out some of the shiplap boards. So here's a look at how the floor turned out. Well, it looks like my husband's back from, I think he went to Home Depot. And guess what, guys? He has my shiplap in the back of his truck. Well, I am super excited because guess what? He just pulled up in the driveway with 40 shiplap boards. So I know that now he's got to get the project started. But you know what? This has to sit in the room and acclimate into the room temperature for 3 days. So he's got a little break in between so he can figure out how he's going to put this on the wall. But anyways, I'm going to have to paint these. I'm not sure if I want to paint these once they get on the wall, but they do have a groove. So when I was doing some research, they say once you get them on the wall, you've got to paint this first because you'll never get your paintbrush in there to paint. So it may be just easier, I don't know, maybe go along the edge and paint, and then once they get put up, go back and roll it. But anyways, we got a really good deal on this. He was on the computer last night, and I think he was on Lowe's website, and there was 12-foot shiplap boards for $2.58. He's like, I'm running down there, got to see if they got it in stock. So anyways, he goes down there, and they say they have 9 of them. Well, they couldn't find the 9 boards. So he's like, well, why don't you just sell me these 8-foot boards? Now, I think these 8-foot boards, the original price on them are like $10.59. So I think this whole project probably would have cost us over $400 to put this on the wall. But anyways, he didn't get it for $2.58, but the manager, maybe he was just trying to be hard because he did say they were going to give it to him, and then he had to go back home, get the truck, and go back. So anyways, these got sold to him for $2.85. This receipt says that he purchased all of this for $123. Well, friends, as you can see, we have about 40 shiplap boards here on the floor, and we are getting ready to start our first board. And yes, my husband's going to try and do this project himself. We have the air hose out. He's got the nail gun right now because guess what? What we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what size nail to use. And we used 1 1/4 inch, and that went into the first stud, which was fine. But he also wanted to try it again, so he went to press on the nail gun again, and it wouldn't fire how to nail. So now he's trying to Google why the nail gun is not firing out the second nail. So now we have a little delay in what we're trying to do. But what we did here, and you're going to want to do, it's hard to see, but we have lines on the wall. When you start off on the end of the wall, you come out 16 inches, and there should be what they call a stud. So behind the wall is a piece of wood, and what we're going to do is we're going to be nailing into the studs. So we've marked all of our lines are on the wall, all of the dots where the studs are at. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and use a 2-inch nail, and we're going to see, because it may be a little too long, and we don't want it to stick out beyond the wood. So we're debating whether we're going to be using 2-inch nails or 1 3/4 inch. We're not sure yet, but we have our level down here because we're going to start at the bottom, and then we're going to make sure that it's level. Well, I do have an outlet on the wall here, so I want to share with you guys. Normally, your outlet is recessed in the wall because, of course, now we put the wood on there and it's sticking out further. So you're going to have to buy this little blue box here that your outlet goes into, and that extends it outwards. That way you can put your faceplate on there and it'll be flush with the wood. So we went ahead and did that. Well, I want to share with you guys how the shiplap is coming along. It looks pretty good. We have it up on the wall now, and this is probably day 2. When we first started, we started from the bottom, and you know, it takes a little time because, like I said, this is the first time my husband's done anything like this, putting shiplap on a wall. We have this outlet over here that took some cutting and, you know, trying to get that perfect and getting that wood to fit in there perfectly. But once we got past the outlet, we could do this pretty quickly, get this up here, and then, because we're using 8-foot boards, and then he would cut another piece that's, what, 45 inches, I think, to fit in there. And then he did have to cut a little piece, which took him 2 times to cut in around here. We did take the baseboards off, so the baseboards came off. Now, I believe that we're supposed to put the baseboards back on once we finish painting. And then on this side over here, we have baseboard because we had to take that off there. Up here, we have 2 inches. I think we're going to have a piece cut for that to go along the ceiling there, but we are going to be putting crown molding up. And then I wanted to tell you guys, when he puts the nails in the wall, we are putting them into a stud. So the nail gun puts a little hole in there, and now all I did is come back with a little spackling. Just rub it in there with your finger. Then if you get anything on the board here, you just take a damp cloth. You can wipe it off. You have a nice smooth little hole that's filled right there. So once you paint it, you're not going to see any holes. I started staining the wood outside, and I put 2 coats on, and I'm using Minwax wood stain. Now this was marshmallow that I was using. Now outside it looked really, really white. So I thought that was perfect coverage, 2 coats. But then when we brought it in the room, and I think it looks brighter because I'm using a light. This does look a lot whiter on the wall now that there's light. But I'm telling you, before it looked like there was hardly any color whatsoever on here. So I decided that I'm going to use Benjamin Moore's White Dove because I had a can of that out in the garage. So I think I got about a half a can left. So I'm hoping that's going to be able to finish up the wall here. But that's the color that I'm going to use. So I think I'm going to try to get that completed by tonight. Well, look what showed up to my house. I'm super excited. My furniture's here and I cannot wait to get it delivered into the room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be opening up the front doors for the guys to come in. So let me go out there and talk to them and see what I can do. Well, I got the doors open for the guys to come in, and they went ahead and set the sofa table right here. It's kind of wrapped in plastic, so hopefully there's no damage and it looks pretty good so far. I'll wait till they take it in the room and unwrap it. I'm sitting in my office chair right now watching the guys. They're getting the desk out right now. Well, the guys got masks on. They're putting the little booties on their feet so they keep the house nice and clean, which is extra nice. And they're gonna go ahead and bring my desk in all the way to the back bedroom where I'm gonna set my office at. Well, you guys ready to go in and see how the furniture looks? I am super excited to share with you guys how it turned out. I think this office desk is the perfect size for this room. So before I give you a tour of the room, let me tell you about the furniture that I purchased. Now this is a collection called Magnolia Manor, and it's by Liberty Furniture, and I absolutely love it. It is so heavily distressed that I think this is the perfect choice for having a farmhouse office with all this distressing. This is like an off-white, and like I said, it's heavily distressed, and I absolutely love the detail on the front of the desk here. And then what's nice is the top of the desk is like a brown color, but then it has all this grain running through it with this design, and it has a little gray in there. I'll let you take a look at that. And then also around the trim here also looks a little gray to me. And then I'll give you a look at the front of the desk here. It has 3 drawers on this one side here, 3 drawers here. And what I like about this, you think this is a drawer right here, but this is really cool. This slides out. So let me show you this. This slides out where you can have your keyboard and your mouse, and you just hit that little lever there. This slides down like that, and then you can push it in and put your chair in there and use the keyboard and the mouse. And then when you're done, you just pull this back up, it just snaps, and you close it, and it looks just like a little drawer there, which I love. And then again, on this side, there's 3 drawers. And it came with a set of keys, so you get keys for this side of the drawers here. It locks them, so you can have your drawers locking, which is nice. And then another key over here. Probably should pull the keys out and put them away. Well, here's a look at the office chair, and I absolutely love this chair. And if you notice how big the seat is, it is super long and wide. It has a huge seat there, and I love the detailing. Again, it's really heavily distressed, and I just love that about this. And the fabric on here with the little buttons, the detail, I just love it. And another feature this has, underneath the seat, you can adjust it. The back will recline if you want it reclining, or where you can push back on it, which I don't like that. I just like it to be stationary, so that's the way I have it set up. But I absolutely love this chair. Well, one of the first things we did in this room was purchase this rug from Costco. Now this is 7 feet 5 inches by 10 feet, so I think this is the perfect size for this room. And also, I definitely wanted my desk to fit right here on this solid brown part of the rug, which it does perfectly. And then also in the room, I purchased these little face plates from Hobby Lobby. These were just a couple dollars, and I got a few of these throughout the room. And then our other idea is, we haven't done yet, was these doors. We definitely wanted to do some kind of barn doors here. Can't do sliding barn doors, but we're thinking I might be able to use some wood on these existing doors and stain them a dark color and do something farmhouse with these doors here. So anything that I do additional to this room, I'm definitely going to share with you guys. And then my husband thinks that over here in this corner, I should get a corner hutch so I can display all my already done pieces. Well, here's a look at another piece of furniture I bought for the office. Now this is their sofa table, and I think it fits perfectly in this space against the wall. And I also love the detailing, again, how distressed it is. And I love the shape of these legs that are on the table. And I love having this bottom shelf because guess what, guys? I get to decorate. And if you're wondering what that little box is back there, that's an Orbi. My husband purchased that. That's supposed to give us faster internet speed, so that's what that is. And it has this nice little drawer here on this table. And then again, I love the wood grain on this. It's like brown, and then it has gray going through it. So let me share with you guys some of the other things we've done to the room. Well, here's a look at how the shiplap wall turned out that my husband did, and I absolutely love the shiplap. Now the paint that we used on this wall was Benjamin Moore's White Dove, and it is an off-white, like creamy color, so I absolutely love this. I did not want a real bright, stark white on this wall. And as you can see, the crown molding that we put up, we did use a brighter white to give it some contrast. And over on this side of the wall here, you can see I repainted with a canvas tan. That's by Sherwin-Williams. And I absolutely love this color. I think it just blends in perfectly with the curtains. And doing farmhouse style, it's using a lot of neutral colors. So I knew exactly what I wanted, but I was trying to You know, my husband picked the color, so I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. But of course, it didn't work out. But I absolutely love this color that's on the wall. And I have my drop cloth curtains that I made here. They're super easy to make. If you want to check out my video, I have that, how I made these drop cloth curtains. And then also, I'm using a little Farm Charm sign in here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some decorating ideas and inspiration. Now you're gonna have to come back and see me next week because I am decorating this office all in Farmhouse. I've already done a little decorating, so I was trying not to show you some of the wall space. It's turning out amazing. And this back wall here, I mean, I don't want to cover up all the shiplap, but it definitely needs something in the back there. So I have something ordered from Hobby Lobby. Not sure if it's going to work out or not, but I got a little bit of time left to do a little shopping for a few more things. So come back and see me next week on how I decorate my office. And until next time, happy decorating.